This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm your host, Kerry Lutz. It's 6/21/23, show 503. Well, Nick, we've taken a brief hiatus. There was a holiday on a Monday, so we are back. It's Wednesday, and, well, the big news is Powell's going to testify in front of the House Financial Services Committee. He's probably doing it right now.
He is doing it right now. And in his prepared remarks, he said interest rate increases are likely ahead as inflation is well above where it should be. Those are his exact words. He also stated that inflationary pressures continue to run high and the process of getting inflation back to 2% has a long way to go. This is kind of his theme. Do one thing, say another. Basically, we all know that since March 13th, when the banking crisis started to hit because of the inverted yield curve, they've obviously, the central banks, and not just the Federal Reserve, but all the central banks have pumped a lot of money into the system, and hence we've had a rally since then. So, we'll see if, the tough words are followed by the tough actions. I don't know what the politicians are going to ask as far as important questions are concerned. They'll probably, talk about their political agenda instead of talking about really the financial state of this country.
Yeah, the pathetic financial state of the country, Nick. Really, things are just coming apart at the seams, and around the world as well.
Around the world as well, and we're approaching 32 trillion in debt. You get to 33 trillion, it's going to be harder and harder for the U.S. to pay its debt service. Interest rates, by the way, Kerry, as you know, and I've talked about them for a long time on this program, and we even pinpointed the dead bottom when they occurred, are not going to go significantly lower. Yes, they'll be range bound for a little bit. They'll chop around, but we're not going back to, 0.45%. That's not going to happen. We're going to be in this 3 3/4, 4%. And ultimately, I believe the 10-year will work its way up to 5% or more. And that's going to take a while, but you have wars going on. You have different things going on, supply chain disruptions going on. All of these are inflationary. And, Powell has done a masterful job of getting the stock market higher, but that just takes money printing. He's not getting inflation back down to 2% anytime soon.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you. And it's a kind of a fool's errand. And does he really want to actually get rates down that low?
That's the $1 million question. I don't think he really does. I know you don't think he really does. I don't think the market really thinks he does. And that's why the market has caught a bid lately. But, what we're going to watch for now is how these markets react, because that's the final arbiter. The markets will tell you really what things are really happening out there, not really so much of the jawboning from the central bankers.
For sure. And today markets are under some more pressure. They got hammered yesterday and looks like could be more of the same, but maybe we'll have that afternoon PPT-inspired rally.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is that, you watch the volume. If the volume trends are light, the markets can easily float back up. That's the theme. A lot of people don't like to keep it that simple, but it really is sometimes just that simple. The volume is really the key to me, to everything that I do, I should say. And, just so everybody's aware, right now, as I'm looking at it, the volume is super light. So you don't have conviction selling going on.
Yeah, right. And that's what it's all about here. So today is the summer solstice, and solstice, tell us the significance here.
Well, often the summer solstice causes stock market reversals as well as seasonal changes for the Earth. Now, everybody out there knows it occurs. You have 2 solstices and 2 equinoxes. So I've learned over the years through my work and studies of W.D. Gann that you could get a lot of turning points that occur on these dates. So I think you should be aware of it. Right now, I'm not seeing the signs that this is going to be anything more than a pullback. But if you get a high volume sell-off day, it could be a significant trend change for the stock market. So you always want to be aware of it. I've seen this happen dozens of times in my career on these dates. So you definitely want to be aware of it. We'll see what the volume looks like, and we'll see where we finish by the end of the day. That will certainly tell me more.
And you're still using the spiders, right, to track the volume and the trend changes?
Yes, I find the spiders to be the best. It's very, very simple. You don't have to really, dig into too much. If you want to use the S&P 500, the S&P futures, you could do that. But the spiders are just very, very good. I've been, using the spiders for over 20 years now, and it works just perfectly. So just continue to watch the spiders. Right now, we look at today's volume. It's super light out there. You're going to need to see downside action on heavy volume, and that would tell me that, we might have a trend change underway. But, right now, I don't see that volume in the picture yet.
Okay, so gold and silver, what's going on here?
Well, they're both pulling back. Yesterday, obviously, was a pretty important day for gold, going back down towards that 1940 level. Today, we're testing it again. And, I've talked about this level on your program, Kerry, for a while now, that 1940 would be the big support level. That level was defended in late May, but now we're retesting it. And if you get a weekly close below that 1940 level, that's going to be pretty important because that will turn the trend down in gold. So keep an eye on that. This is a holiday shortened trading week, obviously. So Friday we'll have a lot more insight on where that finishes. But keep that on the radar. 1940 is the big number.
All right. And we'll just have to see what happens. Bitcoin has found new life.
Yes, Bitcoin has found new life. And it looks like it really came on the catalyst that BlackRock filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF with Coinbase, I guess, as the crypto custodian. So again, that certainly has helped Bitcoin quite a bit. Today, if you look at Bitcoin futures, that's up about 5%, trading at 29,600. So again, I find this news rather odd that it comes out right around the options expiration period. But again, that's par for the course these days. But a great move for crypto, and I think we're going to probably see a new nominal high on that daily chart, which I've been looking for anyway. So we'll see if that does occur. But I'll give crypto the upside bias right now. This has some legs. The move was pretty good, and you want to respect it. I'm going to say we're probably going to see this thing trade somewhere around 32,000, and then I think the rally could come to an end.
Yeah, we were at 29 and change, almost 29.5.
Yes, right around there right now. Looks like Bitcoin futures are sitting around 29.6, which is a little bit different than the Bitcoin spot price, which I think is around 29,420 right now.
Right. So you think this is just a tradable opportunity here?
Yeah, I do think it's a tradable opportunity. It probably has upside. I'm not going to participate in this move, though. But yeah, I think it could get up to around probably 32.5, 32.7. Somewhere around there, and that's kind of it as far as what the math tells me. But it does have upside there because you're going to get a lot of squeezing going on right now.
Right. Okay, I can see that. Well, that is it for today. Make sure you go over to Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com. See how he's beaten the averages for decades. Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Emails are welcome, KL@KerryLutz.com. Nick, we'll see you on Friday.
Sounds good, Kerry.